Hello everyone, my name is Lwin. I'm the tax partner here at Howard Worth, and thanks for joining me on this question and answer on the coronavirus job retention scheme. Now, the government has taken unprecedented steps to help business with their finances during these unprecedented and challenging times, and they've delivered an economic stimulus package worth hundreds of billions of pounds. One of the most significant measures introduced is the coronavirus job retention scheme, which promises to support employees who are furloughed by paying a proportion of their wages, freeing up valuable money for businesses to help them with their cash flow. There remains a lot of confusion and uncertainty around this new scheme, and so to help you get to grips with this landmark policy, we have decided to answer some of the key queries we have received. What does the scheme offer? The Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme is a temporary scheme open to all UK employers for at least 3 months starting from the 1st of March 2020. That is designed to support employers whose operations have been severely affected by COVID-19. Employers can use a portal to claim for 80% of furloughed employees' usually monthly wage costs, capped at £2,500 a month, plus the associated employer national insurance contributions. The £2,500 a month does not include the national insurance contribution, so this is in addition to the £2,500. And there's a minimum automatic enrolment employer pension contributions on that wage as well. Is my business eligible? Any UK organisation with employees can apply for the scheme, including businesses, charities, recruitment agents, including agency workers paid through PAYE, and public authorities. However, you must have created and started a PAYE payroll scheme on or before the 28th of February 2020 and have a UK bank account to access the scheme. Which employees can benefit from the scheme? The scheme applies to employees on a leave of absence, referred to as furloughed workers. These are employees who are on the payroll who might normally be laid off or made redundant due to the lack of work. Furloughed employees must have been on your PAYE on your payroll on 20th of February 2020 and can be on any type of contract. These include full-time employees, part-time employees, employees on agency contracts, employees on flexible or zero-hour contracts. To be eligible for the subsidy, an employee must not undertake work for or on behalf of the organisation. This includes providing services or generating revenue. However, they can undertake other voluntary work or do training as long as it does not generate income for the business. So a furloughed employee cannot do any income generating work for the business while they're being furloughed. How does the scheme apply to someone whose pay varies monthly? If the employee has been employed for a full 12 months prior to the claim, you can claim for the hire of either the same month's earning from the previous year or average monthly earnings from the 2019-20 tax year. If the employee has been employed for less than a year, you can claim for an average of their monthly earnings since they started work. Those who started in February should have their pay calculated pro rata. As an employer, it is your responsibility to calculate how much of an employee's salary you can claim for, including the amount of employers' national insurance contributions and the minimum automatic enrolment contributions that they're entitled to. I've already made a staff member redundant. Can they benefit from this scheme? The scheme also covers employees who were made redundant since 28th of February if they are rehired by their employer. It is important that this is communicated when contacting HMRC or administering the scheme. Does this cover performance-related pay? Unfortunately, this scheme does not cover fees, commission and bonuses, but the employer can choose to pay these separately if they wish. Does the scheme also cover statutory sick pay? Employees on sick leave or self-isolating should get statutory sick pay that can be furloughed after this. Those employees most at risk from the virus or who are shielding in line with public health guidance can also be placed on furlough. What about maternity pay and shared parental leave? Those who are contractually obliged to enhance paternity, adoption or shared parental pay are eligible for the scheme, but not those on statutory maternity pay. They will be paid in the same way and cannot be additionally furloughed. I've had to reduce hours of some staff members. Can I use the scheme to make up the difference? If an employee is working but on reduced hours or or reduced pay, they will not be eligible for this scheme, and you will have to continue paying the employee through your payroll and pay their salary subject to the terms of the employment contract you agreed. How do I make a claim to the scheme, and what do I need? Before making a claim, it is important that employers communicate changes with staff. Employers should discuss with their staff and make any changes to the employment contract by agreement. Existing employment law continues to apply and should be considered when changing an employee status. To be eligible, an employer must write to their employee confirming that they have been furloughed and keep a record of this communication. Where a business or organisation is furloughing a large workforce, consultation may need to be done on a collective basis. The employer must then submit the following information to HMRC: your PAY reference number, the number of employees furloughed, the claim period, the start date and the end date, amount claimed, and the minimum length of the furlough is 3 weeks. Your bank account number and sort code, your contact name, and your phone number. You can only submit one claim every 3 weeks. Therefore, the minimum length an employee can be furloughed for is 3 weeks. However, this can be backdated until the 1st of March. The scheme will continue for 3 months, but the Chancellor has indicated that the scheme may be extended if needed. How will I receive funding via the scheme? Once HMRC has received your claim and determined that you are eligible for the grant, they will pay it via back payment to the UK bank account. The claim should be made in accordance with actual payroll amounts at the point at which you run your payroll or in advance of any imminent payroll. You must pay the employee all the grant you receive for their gross pay. No fees can be deducted in advance. The Chancellor has announced that he expects the first grants under the scheme to be paid around about now, but more detail is expected soon. This is a scheme for just one of a number of measures that the Chancellor has announced to support business. Our team at Howard Worth is here to help you with the administration of the scheme within your business and can help you collect and submit the records required to make a claim. We understand that certain elements of this scheme are complex and require careful calculations. So please feel free to contact us today and see how we can help you and your business. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you have found this very useful. Thank you.